Hey, Chet's crew and other viewers. Today I got another funny story for you. I was talking to a lady friend of ours yesterday, and she's older than us. She's getting close to retirement age herself, but her husband is recently retired within the last 4 to 6 months. And when he first retired, he was doing really well, doing these honey-do lists there that his wife had made up for him there, that she had anticipated him stopped working and had a bunch of stuff on the list for him to do up. And he was doing really well doing up his honey-do list and got a lot of it done. Then, of course, us men there, we like to think we're the masters of our own destiny, I guess. And after a while, the honey-do list wasn't good enough for him, so he's been cutting his own wood for years, and I guess the last couple of years he's been selling a bit of it, and got some loyal customers over the past few years. But anyway, he decides he's going to start up his own wood cutting business after his retirement. And so anyway, problem one, over the years of cutting his own wood for themselves and selling a bit over the past few years, his woodland that he owns is depleted. So anyway, he ended up having to order wood. He said to his wife, "Well, I'll just order some wood in bulk and like in long lengths, and I'll saw it up and split it and sell it. But I'll have to tell my customers that I've already got that I have to charge a little more because I had to buy my starting product instead of just cut it off the land." So anyway, she said, "Well, I don't think your customers are going to like that too much." So there's problem one. So anyway, he orders the wood and he gets it. He's supposed to be getting 16 cord. So anyway, the big truck comes and delivers the 16 cord of wood, and he gets it all piled up and where he's going to have it to deal with it and saw it up and split it and stuff. So anyway, he comes in the house after he gets it all piled up in the area where he's going to be having it there, and he says to his wife, he said, I don't think I got 16 cords. He said, I think there's only about 13 there. So anyway, that's a problem too. He ordered his wood and got ripped off on how much he ordered. So anyway, it isn't a very good start so far. So anyway, like I say, his wife still works, so she come home from work here a couple days later, and he said to her, "Oh," he said, "don't ask me how my day went today." She said, "Why? What happened?" So anyway, his truck that he owns, he has a big dump trailer for it. He was working on some of the wood, and he had his trailer all filled up full of wood, and he went to back it out of where he was working on to it, and forgot that his tailgate was down. And when he turned the trailer, his tailgate went into the part where you wind up and down the trailer there, the trailer handle, and dented his tailgate. So, and I said, "Well, dent on an old work truck," I said, "ain't that bad." He said, "Old work truck?" She said, "You don't realize," she said, "that's his baby." So anyway, now he's got to get his tailgate fixed on his truck. So that's problem 3. So anyway, I guess it was a day or two later, she said she come home and he was fuming again. Said the carburetor was messed up on his wood splitter. So he said, now I'm going to have to fix that up. So anyway, there's problem 4. So anyway, I think it was either later that night or the next, I think it was the next night, she said her parents was over visiting. So she was talking to her mother, and he was talking to her father. So anyway, she said I was out in the kitchen talking to my mother, and said I was kind of overhearing what they were saying in the living room. She said my father and my husband. I heard my father ask my husband how he made it with the wood splitter. And he said, oh, he said, not very good. He said, I ended up having to buy a new engine for it. So in her mind, she's like saying, what? And nobody told me about buying no new wood splitter engine. So anyway, she was a little taken back by that. Then, but anyway, if we're counting here, that's like problem 5. So, and so then he goes to deliver his first couple of loads of wood that he's selling, and they're some of his old loyal customers, and they tell him, "Oh, I don't have the money for it right now." Said, "Can you wait for the money?" And he tells them, "Yes, they can." So, and I guess he assured his wife that they will pay her, because he knows them well and he thinks they'll probably pay him. But if you're counting up here, that's like problem 6. So anyway, let's recap here. So first off, he had no wood on his woodland, had to buy it. Second off, he went to buy the wood and the buddy stiffed him 3/4 wood. So then he dents his truck. Then he has to buy a new motor for his wood splitter. Then he goes to sell the wood, and the people stiff him on the cost of what he's selling it for. So I'm no expert on wood splitting businesses, but I'd almost say he's at a very large deficit starting out. So there's that. So I guess the moral of this story is, when you're sitting around after you're retired and you're thinking of starting a business, and you want to make sure that everything can go more as planned, I guess, than this poor gentleman. But anyway, with that, I'll say, if you can't laugh with me, laugh at me. But keep laughing. Have a nice day.